In this video, we're going to talk about how to import an Excel spreadsheet, specifically a CSV, into Knackly. In this example, I've got a asset list. I've got the asset name, type, amount, Bank of America checking, and I can keep on going down. And this could be larger, but for the sake of this example, we'll keep it simpler. So I've got this that I want to be able to upload for a specific client. Within an intake, this is kind of the client's assets, and I want to get it in there. So the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my online designer, and I'm going to create an object because I'm going to need an object to put this in. So I'm going to just put in a model and assets, and then I'm actually going to, say if I already have assets in here, I could make use of those, but I'm going to do a text asset name, then you're going to do type. So type, I can do, in this case, I could do it as a text, or if my spreadsheet is consistent, I can go through and do it as a selection. So I'm actually going to do it as a selection. And then in the selections, I need to say what I am going to do. So I'm just going to pull up so I've got checking, savings, IRA. Now these are going to have to be an exact match to what's in your spreadsheet. Otherwise, they will not come in to display. So keep that in mind. If they're potentially not an exact match, then I would recommend using a text here. Click save. And then I just want an amount. So in this one, I'm going to do as a number, so I can do some totals if I wanted to later, an amount. So now I've created a model that is asset name, type, and everything in here. And then I want to make use of it within the state plan. So, and in this case, I'm just going to have, I want these to always show, so I'm going to go ahead and say true on all of them. And then I'm going to go to the state plan. I'm going to create add new variable. I'm going to do it as an object and a list because I want to be able to import multiple ones. And I'm going to do assets. So assets. And since I have this initial cap, I can do that. And I also need to, I've added assets. I do need to say true because I don't have it in a document yet to pull in. State planning. And we see assets. So you'll see I could add another. I could put in, my names, my type, amount. I can do that. I can also, you'll now see, because I did the checkbox, I got import CSV or JSON. CSV is what we're doing in this case, so I'm just going to click import. And again, these have to just match completely. So import asset, let's see. So I do have to save this as a CSV. Otherwise it will not show up on the screen. I'm going to click save. And you'll see now it's going to import assets. I click OK. And it imported all of the ones that I had. So the key here is just making sure that these match up. So asset name, type, and amount. That this is the top row. You can have, and it has to be what we call flat. I can add more variables out here if I want to. I could even, if I had other variables in here, date or something like that, but I didn't have that mapped, it will just skip that and let you go in. Remember, it's all initial, it's case sensitive, so that it needs to match exactly. But that's how you can go through and put a list of assets in, import a list of assets into Knackly within the interview to be able to do multiple. The other thing that you can do is, say I had a contact that I wanted to import, I can do something very similar. It would have to naming convention So I can go to create new record, import JSON or CSV. With the CSV at this level, you can only import one at a time. You can't import multiple. If you want to do a JSON, that will let you import multiple. But basically, I would go to a state plan. I could go through and put in information that's associated with this to pull things in, so that you can make use of that. So those are some different options of importing your data into Knackly.